We have some more news for you. External Affairs Minister of India, Dr. S. Jaishankar, met with Saudi Arabia's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Adel Aljubeir, in New Delhi today. Adel is in India on an unannounced visit and held talks with S. Jaishankar today with a focus on de-escalating tensions between India and Pakistan. Jaishankar shared India's firm stance on tackling terrorism, especially in the light of recent cross-border tensions. The visit also comes as the Iranian foreign minister is in India after his visit to Pakistan last week. Joshua Barnes, correspondent for NewsX World, what can you tell us, obviously, about that meeting with the Middle Eastern leader and also the Iranian foreign minister, Iran's top diplomat that is currently in Delhi for talks?
Yes, Thomas, well, absolutely. Of course, the global pressure on de-escalation is clear in this situation. World leaders have spoken persistently about a risk to the global instability if there is a wider conflict in South Asia. Of course, the impact on India, Pakistan and neighbouring countries would be huge, but given global alliances and geopolitical differences between allied nations, there is a serious pinch point here that could be at play with a wider conflict. Let's have a look first at this meeting between Jaishankar and the Iranian foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. Jaishankar, of course, speaking at the 20th Indian-Iran Joint Commission meeting in Delhi. Dr. Jaishankar said, "You are visiting India at a time when we are responding to a particularly barbaric terrorist attack." Speaking about India's strikes on Pakistan, he said that Delhi's response was targeted and measured. This, of course, a rhetoric that we have heard from the press briefing that we spoke about a few minutes ago. India very clear that this is a proportionate response to not just the terrorist attack, but now we've had that press briefing, also provocations from Pakistan as well. Jaishankar continued to say, "It is not our intention to escalate the situation. However, if there are military attacks on us, there should be no doubt that it will be met with a very, very firm response." Jaishankar also told his Indian counterpart Abbas Araghchi, "As a neighbour and a partner, it is important that you have a good understanding of the situation." Iran has offered to mediate talks between India and Pakistan. The Iranian foreign minister was also in Pakistan as well. So these efforts are continuing. In terms of the meeting from Saudi Arabia's minister, of course, you've detailed there a continuation of this theme, talking about de-escalation, talking about a proportionate response, and Dr. S. Jaishankar, of course, talking about a stance on terrorism, especially in the light of this attack in Pelgam, but also the ongoing cross-border action that we have seen, the ceasefire violations across the line of control that we now understand from the Indian government has escalated from small arms fire, which we've been reporting for the last fortnight or so, to mortar and more heavy artillery action.
Thank you very much, Joshua. We have some news coming in. Furthermore, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has chaired a high-level emergency meeting with top government secretaries to assess national preparedness amid evolving security concerns. Modi called for seamless coordination, robust emergency systems and heightened alertness across ministries. The government is reinforcing civil defence, countering misinformation and securing critical infrastructure. Secretaries confirmed readiness for all contingencies, emphasising unity in crisis response. The Prime Minister reaffirmed the nation's commitment to security and institutional resilience. I want to come back to you, Lieutenant General Rakesh Sharma. I want to get your thoughts on the diplomatic strength of the Indian government at this time and the movements they have made both prior to Operation Sindoor and since in the past 24 hours after it's happened.
Well, Thomas, India, the world knows, is a peace-loving country, and India would never, in the history, has never attacked any country. India is with humanity. So before, even undertaking Op Sindoor, India tried to do the perception management with the entire world community, trying to give the evidence and the proof of Pakistani nexus into the Pahalgam terror attack. The dossiers were given to the countries, and most of the countries, including US, Australia, France, even Russia for that matter, the Gulf countries, they all agreed to the fact that yes, the terrorists had struck, and there is no doubt to the fact that we have done enough to bring the pressure and sense and sensibility on Pakistan so that it actually takes action against its perpetrators. But no. What I am trying to say is, despite our best efforts, sincere efforts, there is undoubtedly a nexus between, unholy nexus between Pakistan and the terrorists. You saw it yesterday, in fact, you saw when these terrorists were killed, their bodies were covered with the Pakistani flag. They were being declared as heroes, national heroes. So therefore, the state is involved in that. You saw the Pakistani army officers leading the coffin, and pallbearers also being the army fellows carrying in uniform. And in that gathering, in the funeral, I dare say that 60 to 70% were the army people. This goes to prove that there's a deep nexus between Pak army and the terrorists, and the elected government is just a puppet government. So therefore, well, nobody can blame India. India has tried its best in the diplomatic efforts. It tried to prevail on the previous occasions also with Pakistan, but I think Pakistan does not want to learn a lesson and does not want to shun with this. So therefore, and again, like you yourself said and Joshua said, that we try to give a response which is very responsible, very proportionate, and non-escalatory kind of a thing, wherein we hit only the terrorists inside Pakistan and not Pakistan, not any of the civilians, so that the message is very clear to Pakistan and it has got no locus standi to react. But unfortunately, since you saw what I proved the nexus, so these people are in that, and I think we still do not want to escalate it, but in case
yes, Lieutenant General Sharma, I'm very, very sorry to interrupt you. We have to move on to